Scott MacFarlane joins us now from Milwaukee because something very important is happening there. Federal immigration officials say, and the federal government says, that a judge there interfered with the legitimate legal process to arrest someone in this country illegally. And that sparked nationwide interest. The federal government arresting a judge. What is it all about? Scott MacFarlane will fill us in. Scott, what happened today?
Major, this looked the way we expected, a case that was larger than just the singular defendant. Hannah Dugan entered her not guilty plea as expected to a charge of obstruction. They put a trial date on the calendar for July 21st and 22nd. But outside the courthouse, where I'm standing now, it was just a sea of protesters, supporters really of the judge, protesting that this case was filed in the first place. You could hear them inside the court as the proceedings were going on. They were so large and loud outside. That really is the fundamental issue here. Is there a separation of powers issue? Is there an overstep by the Trump administration? Not only are the judge's supporters arguing that, the judge herself, in her motion to dismiss this case, argues that judges enjoy judicial immunity from actions they take, official actions they take, as part of their jobs. Really an echo, Major, of the Supreme Court's famous July 2024 presidential immunity decision that presidents enjoy immunity for official acts. We'll see where that motion to dismiss ends up. It could end up delaying this July 21st, 22nd trial here in Milwaukee.
And Scott, remind our audience of what this is about, what official acts the judge took, and what the federal authorities say was criminal or allegedly criminal about those official acts.
In the charging documents from the Department of Justice, they allege the judge about a month ago in her local courtroom a few blocks away rerouted a criminal defendant who was there in her court for a case away from immigration agents who were waiting outside to potentially detain and deport that criminal defendant. The feds allege that not only did the judge know those agents were out there, that she sent some of them to the chief judge's office and then moved the defendant out a different doorway, further away from where the immigration agents would be. She's pleaded not guilty and says this is not a criminal act and that this case should be dismissed. But the prosecutors are emphasizing that this, in their minds, is a corrupt obstruction of justice and fueling the flames more, Major. The FBI director, Kash Patel, on his social media feed a few weeks ago, posted a photo of the judge in handcuffs as part of a perp walk with agents after the arrest. That is not standard practice in the Department of Justice to release those types of images publicly.
Scott MacFarlane, as always, sir, thank you.